Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions. And first of all, I want to thank everyone for their suggestions, recommendations, and all the information you've been sending me about different bands and singers. It's been really great. I've got introduced to some new singers and bands that I hadn't heard of before, even though some of them have been around for a while. So that's really good. And as I mentioned before, we're getting more and more international, getting singers from Australia and England, Scotland, the States, of course, Canada. But today I'm going to be listening to a Canadian singer. We need to get more Canadian content on here. After all, I am a Canadian myself. And this is Shawn Mendes. I'm sure many of you have heard of him. Whether you've listened to him specifically or not, I don't know. I haven't really carefully listened to Shawn Mendes. I've heard some of his music, of course, in passing. I may have seen him on an award show, or I've heard the songs in shopping stores or malls or something like this, because when he came out with some very popular songs, and this is one of them, it's called In My Blood. I think I didn't put the name in front of me. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'll correct myself if I get it wrong when we start looking at the video. It was very popular, so it was around, but I didn't stop and listen to it carefully. I think he sings a lot of love songs and things that cater more to much younger female audience, let's say, although I'm sure lots of people listen to him. It's not normally my kind of music, but I do remember I heard this song, or part of the song at least, and thought it was very good. And I also think he has a good singing voice. I know that sometimes pop singers get a bad rap, and sometimes maybe deservedly so, but I do think he has a voice. So I'm going to listen to a live version. I went down the thumbnails and found one from BBC. BBC radio is usually quite good. So let's listen to Shawn Mendes, In My Blood, BBC Live. Okay, Shawn Mendes, In My Blood. Oh, I was right. In the Live Lounge, BBC Radio. Let's have a listen.
One.
Loud.
Help me. It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It isn't in my blood. Laying on the bathroom floor, feeling nothing. I'm overwhelmed and insecure. Give me something that I could take to ease my mind slowly. Just have a drink and you'll feel better. Just take her home and you'll feel better. Keep telling me that it gets better. Does it ever? Help me. It's like the walls are...
Stop there for a minute. So I think he has a beautiful voice. I think he's a good singer. The guitars sound nice too. Yeah, very good. I was going to say something there. Yeah, take a drink and you'll feel better. Yeah, not really. And then I think he's actually asking, "Does it ever?" Not saying that it does. So yeah, let's back it up a bit. I wasn't going to look at the lyrics, but maybe I will have a quick look. I'll see if he's credited with having written them. I'll have a look at them separately. If not, I probably won't. Let's back it up a little bit. I do love the voice.
Keep telling me that it gets better. Does it ever? Help me. It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up. No medicine is strong enough. Someone help me. I'm crawling in my skin. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It is in my blood. It is in my blood. I'm looking through my phone again, feeling anxious, afraid to be alone again. Hate this. Trying to find a way to chill. Can't breathe, oh. Is there somebody who could help me? It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up. No medicine is strong enough. Someone help me. I'm crawling in my skin. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It is in my blood. It is in my blood. I need somebody now. I need somebody now. Someone to help me out. I need somebody now. Help me. It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It is in my blood. It is in my blood. I need somebody now. I need somebody now. Someone to help me out. I need somebody now. It is in my blood.
That's it. Yeah, very good. Very well done. I liked it. I'm just going to try and get somewhere here where we see the singer. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Um, well, you can see my ugly face on top of his pretty face. But anyway, yeah, Sean has a great voice, I think. There's something about it. A couple of points especially, and I like a little bit of a twang there once or twice, and a couple of times when it cracked a bit in the studio, they probably would have evened that out. They probably would have taken that out, and that would have lessened the quality for me. I like to hear the voice when I can. Studio versions are also great because you get, sometimes better audio and sometimes better instrumentation, things like that. But he's a singer, and I want to hear his voice. Great voice, really enjoyed it. Um, Pretty good, well, it's not much of a performance because it's just singing, and but the guitars are great, and the piano too added to it. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. I will have a look at the lyrics, I think, just briefly at least. If you want to hear more from Shawn Mendes, let me know, but let's have a look at the lyrics now. Here we are with the lyrics, In My Blood, and Sean was credited with as being one of the authors of the lyrics, and I just put it in very small underneath to try and fit it in one line. Teddy Geiger, Scott Harris, Shawn Mendes, Jeffrey Warburton. I don't know who those other people are. Are they parts of his band? Sometimes they just credit everyone in the band with writing the lyrics. That could be the case, but I'm not sure. Maybe some of you know, you can let me know. But his name's in there, so he may have had a hand in writing the lyrics, which is always good. I like that. It's a part of the artistry of your own art. That means a little bit to me for sure. Um, Help me. It's like the walls are caving in. Sure, sometimes we all feel like that, right? Everything is crushing us. Everything's coming in. The walls are getting closer, like a Bond movie or something, coming in and in and in. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It isn't in my blood, so it's not in my nature. I don't give up easily, and you can have both those feelings. You can be a complete wreck sometimes, and yet you keep going, so you don't give up. Um, it can go both ways. Laying on the bathroom floor, feeling nothing. I'm overwhelmed and insecure. Give me something I could take to ease my mind slowly. So you feel wrecked. Probably this is a broken relationship situation. Just have a drink and you'll feel better. Well, you might for a little while, but not for long. So be careful with that one. But yeah, you'll feel better chemically for a little while. Just take her home and you'll feel better. Keep telling me that it gets better. Does it ever? So just take her home. Is that someone else? Is that trying to stay with a bad relationship? I'm not too sure. but it's obviously not working. Help me. It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up. No medicine is strong enough. Okay, so again, alcohol is not working, medicine's not working. Someone help me. I'm crawling in my skin. Yeah, sometimes you feel like you're just, ugh, it's not right. It's just not right. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't, and then it isn't in my blood. I'm looking through my phone again, feeling anxious, afraid to be alone again. I hate this. Yeah, people are addicted to their cell phones, and there is this thing, especially with social media and whatnot, of this constant feedback, feedback, feedback. You know, um, we're all a bit guilty of it. I am too, although, believe it or not, I don't have an operating cell phone. I have my wife's cell phone. She died years ago, a few years ago, and I still have it, but I've shut it off and I've never used it since then. And I'm a dinosaur, so there you go. But I am on social media on the computer, so. Um, but I'm not addicted in that way, but some people are. And if you're feeling depressed or relationships broken up, yeah, you need something, right? So you go to your social media feeds and try to get something from there that maybe alcohol didn't work, the medicine's not working. Let's try this, because you're afraid to be alone again. I hate this. I'm trying to find a way to chill. Can't breathe. Oh, is there somebody who could help me? So yeah, you lose your breath when you're anxious, when you're really anxious. Trust me, I know. It's a daily event. But yeah, you can literally run out of breath in a sense. Everything tightens up inside your body. That's what's happening. It's like the walls are caving in. Okay, so I'm just going to skip over the lyrics that we've already looked at. That might be all of them. Someone to help me out. I need somebody now. Uh, yeah, and so it isn't in my. I need somebody now. It isn't in my blood. So he's looking for someone to help. Maybe a really close relationship is broken up, and he's looking for, who can help me in this situation. In the beginning, I don't know if anybody can help you much. I mean, obviously, friends can be supportive, and maybe a drink might calm you down a bit. Maybe some medication might help, but in a way, nothing will help but time. In some of these cases, another person. You can't just find another love interest like that. If you had a good relationship, at least, then just finding someone else isn't the solution. Um, it's generally a rebound thing, and that's generally bad for both people. So, but yeah, pretty. The lyrics are fairly good. I mean, it's more or less a feeling probably insecure about a relationship that's broken up, but they're well written, and the delivery of the song was good, and I think Shawn Mendes has a beautiful singing voice. I know some people get caught up in, you have to like this kind of music, you can't like this kind of singer, and this one's, but for me, I don't care. If I like it, I like it, and it can be any genre. There's a couple genres that I usually don't like, but once in a while I do, or there's a particular singer in that genre that I do. Um, so I'm not going to limit myself to specific kinds of singers. If I like them, I like them. I think Shawn Mendes did a good job on this song. I don't know about his other songs. Like I say, these kinds of singers who tend to go more toward love songs, and I think catering maybe more toward the teenage audience or very, very young audience, aren't generally my cup of tea, but I like this song. This was good. So if you'd like to hear more from Shawn Mendes, let me know which songs you think are the best, and I'll have a look. But also let me know what other singers and bands you like to listen to. And don't be shy to try out different music that maybe you think is garbage, but when you listen to it, it's not all garbage. Right. All right. I really enjoyed this. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Keep listening, keep having fun. Bye bye for now.